to now I'm up 5,000 bucks. Oh my God. I mean, I'm not perfect, and I was willing to really risk this for the biscuit. Today is the day that I get to talk about how much of a big fat loser I am. Are you happy now? I'm kidding. So I decided I was going to experiment with crypto for the first time. We're doing it. Here's the thing. I did experiment with crypto, but I still didn't have the guts to actually get into crypto. So I just did crypto futures. Now what's cool is you have the ability to do that. I can trade my broker, TradeStation, and I don't have to involve any crypto wallets, any, transferring of the wallet thing, because that was such a nightmare to me, and making sure that it's the correct wallet, it's the Bitcoin or the Tether or the Ethereum wallet, all of the things. I was able to just kind of dip my toes in at least the volatility of what crypto is like, but within the futures market. If that is a new concept for you, just know that TradeStation does allow you to trade the futures version of crypto. Now, it's going to still have the same hours as futures, so you cannot trade or you cannot exit your position during the weekends or during that 1 hour break. There's pros and cons to it. One, it's an awesome entry level to just kind of get a feel for the volatility of crypto, and you don't have to involve any crypto wallets. You can just trade your normal brokerage account. Now, the cons to it are, let's say that Ethereum does something crazy over the weekend, like spikes back up. Let's say it comes back up. And then by the time Sunday night rolls around, where the futures market is now open, it's back to where it was. That gain that you could have capitalized on, you weren't able to trade because of the futures hours. So you can only trade the crypto futures during the futures market hours, which I believe is Sunday night through Friday evening. There's a 1 hour break throughout the day every day. Pros and cons. Pretty cool, huh? So now let's go over my trade. So I made a video. Let's go ahead and go over it. Let's watch it together. I made a video where I was talking about how I'm finally gonna get into crypto. I am looking for the perfect setup. I've got a downward trend line, and as soon as I can get a break of that downward trend line on Ethereum, I'm getting in. I'm going long. You may have seen it. It got pretty popular on the internet, and it's this one right here. You probably have seen it right here. Any day now, I'm gonna get my entry. So let's go over what I'm thinking, when I'm gonna be getting in, and what position. Dude, people drug me. So we're looking at the 4 hour time frame here in Ethereum. We've got 2 upward trend lines and 2 downward trend lines. I am looking for the break in this downward trend line. That's fair. We've got some beautiful touch points here. If we can get a break, this is gonna be my first entry. Now, I am looking to hold Ethereum for the long term. We're doing it finally. Crypto, here we go. It's finally time, guys. Okay, so as you guys know, since then, crypto has fallen off of a cliff. Everyone is in panic mode. Everyone is freaking out. Everyone's losing their pants. I did take that position. I took that entry. Let's get into it. Let's see, what did I do? What happened? You know what? Let's put the glasses on, because that should have happened point blank period first. Okay, here we go. We got the glasses on. We're getting into the charts. Let's get into it. Let's dive in deep. Now, let's see if I can first replicate where my lines were when I did that chart analysis. I believe, oh gosh, I know. Hold on, I'm gonna do the bar replay button too. Price was here, I believe. So where were my lines at that point? This upward trend line was a lot steeper. It was right here. So many, just incredible, an incredible trend line. Touch point, touch point, touch point. We got 3 beautiful touch points on this upward trend line. I believe I came in even steeper with another one. There we go. I was in it to win it. I was ready to roll. I'm waiting for that entry. Now, where were my downward trend lines? Where were my entries at? I believe that's what we were looking at right here. This was my setup that I was talking about. I simply was waiting for that downward trend line to get broken on Ethereum. Let's walk through what it did. It broke. It broke, everybody. 348.6.82. 34.86. I took that signal. I went long, y'all. I did it. I stuck to my word. At least I did that. At least I said I did what I said, and I said what I did. Now let's see what happened. I bought 1 contract of Ethereum. Now let me show you guys what the symbol looks like for the futures version. So for the futures version of Ethereum, it is ETH1! This is the Ethereum futures. You can see it up here. Very similar price action, but you can see there's a lot of gaps. And that's because it does not collect the price movement or the price action during the closed hours of the futures market. So I did all of my chart analysis on the pair, the Ethereum US dollar from Coinbase here. On the ongoing. I almost have a habit of wanting to say the continuous contract, but we are not looking at contracts. We are looking at the crypto chart here. So I took my entry. I went long right here. And you know what? Let's actually pull up the screenshot of the trade. I took many screenshots. I actually held Ethereum for, I believe, 3 to 4 weeks. This is the screenshot of my literal entry. I mean, point blank period. I believe it was at 10:35 p.m. One Ethereum contract long at exactly 35.23 even. Bought. Order executed. Order filled, if you will. We're in. That trade was initiated. We're long. Now let's see what happens. Now, as you guys know, I have action lines and safety lines. So if this trade doesn't work out, I've got this line, this upward line, keeping me safe. And I'm like, you know what? It's going to be a risky trade, but I'm willing to take it. I'm experimenting with crypto. Why not? Let's try it. As soon as I get in, dude, this thing just falls. I mean, I don't even know if there was ever a point where I was up. No, barely. So let's continue to go. Dude, we're just coming down bad. Down bad. Dude, ruined my 4th of July. This is July 2nd. Crossed. Price broke my line that's supposed to keep me safe. Guess what I did? I did nothing. I held this bad boy. I was willing to risk it for the biscuit for this trade. I took my stop loss off. Shoo-hoo, that was a brave move, Tori. A 9-year trader just willing to risk it all for Ethereum, for something that she said on the internet just to prove a point? Yikes, that wasn't very smart, honey. Let's continue to trade. Here we go. I was in drawdown almost $25,000. Dude, maybe even almost 30. Did it really respect that trend line though? Let's see. Let's continue. Let's see what happens. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at this. This was the point where I was down 20 to 30. I thought that was it. No, this right here, was it 4th of July? It was 4th of July. You guys, my holiday, consider it ruined. And you know what? I actually drank more than I have since I was probably in high school and had the world's worst hangover of my life. I was a sad girl. We were down the most I've ever been in my trading career. I'm holding. What is she thinking? This could fall. This could go down even more. What is she thinking? She wasn't. She was hoping. She was hoping is what she was doing. Now, crazy thing is it truly did respect this level, this 28.18. I'd had that drawn on there for a while. And then crazy to see it truly respect it to the T. Now, I'm not a support and resistance trader. Like, my entries are not based on support and resistance or supply and demand or these levels. I just use them for added confidence or added confirmation. So for some traders, that would have been their entry when it bounced off of this level or this 28.18. I didn't, but I was feeling a little bit of relief seeing it turn around there. Good night. Now at this point, I had to make some adjustments. I'm in like panic mode. So I have to find any reason to stay in this trade because I'm terrified. I'm in the most amount of drawdown I've ever been in my life. I gotta figure out how to make this work. Anybody can get into a trade, but it is how you get out that separates the winners from the losers. So I adjusted this downward trend line to this new point B. I deleted this bad boy because it did nothing for me. And I took this trend line and incorporated this new low. Now let's continue to move forward. Now I believe I also tried to track this price as steep as I could. Okay, so what did I do to adjust my lines now? I'm looking for anything to keep me in this trade, to make me feel better about this trade. And to be honest, I'm looking for a second entry. I'm looking for how can I capitalize on this move back up. So right now we are bouncing right off of this 28.18. I moved this line now to this new point, this lower high here. And now I am simply just praying at this point. We are praying. And then I get to just truly experience panic yet again. So, 4th of July, ruined. I mean, the most amount of drawdown I've ever been in. Then we're feeling good. Thank gosh, we got a little bit of sense of relief. It came up and then came right back to the 28.18. Now, by this second time it came to this 28.18, I was sweating. I was shaking in my boots. I thought, wow, I'm thinking, man, I might blow an account. Like, this might be the first time ever that Tori Trades blows an account, and she's gonna have to talk about it. If Ethereum just plummeted, it would have been gone. I would have had to get on social media and tell everybody, Tori Trades did it. She blew an account. How embarrassing. Dude, I was freaking out. I was like, do I just solidify like 20 $20,000 to $30,000 loss and just cut it here and be done with it and then just get on with my life and continue trading. I could make that back up. I can do that, but I didn't. I'm holding on to this bad boy. So let's continue. I'm finally getting another sense of relief here. Okay, price is coming up. We're in this now for a long time. We're looking at the 11th of July. I got into this position on June 30th. We are 11, 12 days in. Price isn't doing anything crazy, but at least we're up and steady, slow and steady. Here we go. We finally got a break. We got another break of a downward trend line. This right here at 3,333 is where I entered another contract. I went long another contract in Ethereum. So now by this point, we are break even and I'm actually making money now. I entered at 3,333 on July 15th at 7:22 p.m. Boom. I am up $5,000. I'm like, wow, dude, what a roller coaster of emotions. I am down the most I've ever been in my life, down here at 28.18, almost $30,000, to now I'm up $5,000. And I did this thing that I have done once before in the past. I had the opportunity to not only make up that loss, not only have price come back in my favor. Dude, I really think that God is looking out for me. God really wants me to make it in trading, so much so that when I make insanely stupid mistakes like this, somehow price comes back. There have been 2 times in my trading career, including this one and a time before, where if price had not turned around, I would have blown an account because I had too much faith, had too much pride, too much ego. I could not solidify the loss, got rid of the stop loss. I was willing to risk it for the biscuit 2 times in my trading career, and I documented both. We're documenting this one right now, and I documented the one before. I really think that a higher power, God, if you call it a higher power, but I call him God, is looking out for me. There are too many instances where that doesn't happen. Traders don't get this opportunity. It does continue down, not in your favor, and accounts do get blown. I am shook that price was able to turn around. I cannot believe that. So I entered another contract here, 3,333. Price was continuing up in my favor. I am now up $5,000. Let's see what happens. Price continues to consolidate for a hot minute. At one point, I was up $13,000, I believe. Let's see. $13,000 right here. At this day, when price is up, right at this 35.20, I'm up 13 grand. I could have closed at 13,000 bucks. I just went from being down almost 30,000 to being up 13,000. This is insane, but I'm holding. Now, at least there is a little bit of reasoning and structure behind my system and my strategy now. Before, holding through that amount of drawdown, not smart, no system, no structure, strategy, out the window. Goodbye, gone. But now we've got a little bit more sense. We can think a little bit more clearly. We're not in a significant amount of drawdown. Now I at least have a system. I tracked price coming up, and I was willing to give it this. If the price of Ethereum can continue along this pretty steep upward trend line, then I'll let it do its thing. At minimum, if it doesn't, I'll get out break even. Let's see what happens. Right here, July 24th, at 10 a.m., I have closed my positions. We are done. We are out. Position was closed at 3,428.5. I closed my trade with a profit of $48. That's it. That's what you guys wanted to see. You saw it. That was my first experience in crypto, but a version of crypto, in crypto futures. And that is something that I do not recommend to anyone. Do not do what I did. In any other scenario, my account would have gotten blown. I'm grateful and I'm lucky. I mean, go ahead, give it to me. All of it. You messed up. You goofed. I know, I did. And I am lucky to trade another day and to be able to close that position with a $48 profit. This was an incredibly insane experience. And I think truly all because I posted this video. But this is what I had done differently. I would have taken my loss, which I should have, back when price broke my safety line. Price is coming up. I should have taken my loss. It was maybe, I think it only would have been like 10,000 bucks, if that, maybe like $5,000 to $10,000. Okay, we took our first real L of the year. Congratulations. I tried it. That was a fake out. It ended up not working out. Now what I could have done is thinking short positions because we've got a break of an upward trend line. But even if I didn't want to do that, I could have waited for any other opportunity to take a long position in Ethereum. I could have taken it back here. When it broke this downward trend line, I could have thought long positions at 31.75. I'd say that would have been best case scenario. Waiting for the next time. So that's what I would have done differently. Let's go ahead and mark it up how I'd be thinking now moving forward. It looks like a laser show, I know. Let's clean up our charts a little bit. Let's clean up the screen. Let's delete some lines and see what I'd be thinking moving forward. So this line, delete. Let's go ahead and get out of replay mode. Yes. Good night. Delete. This now needs to go down here. At this point, if I am going to get into Ethereum thinking long term, like I want to get in this and I want to hold, I need to at least see some of these downward trend lines broken. But I think when I get back into crypto this time around, it will not be crypto futures. I will be actually thinking of getting into cryptocurrency. So this will be like, you know, we're getting in and we're holding. That'll be my first long-term investment. But for now, I am going to sit back and try to recover from that insane experience. So I don't know if this was helpful to you guys. It's real. I mean, it's what I did. I mean, I'm not perfect. And I was willing to really risk this for the biscuit. That's the reality of it. I placed a crummy trade and I couldn't solidify a loss. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope this was insightful. I will see you guys on the next analysis for crypto when I decide to do it. Alrighty, bye guys.